Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burton Richardson, BJJ for the street, long time martial artist. I can't even begin to list all your qualifications, but you wanted to talk about knife defense.
Yes, he just called me old. Okay, so I want to talk about this a little bit. A lot of time now in BJJ community or people are doing functional training. When it comes to knife defense, this has become a very popular position to go to because you have incredible control of the arm. And that's what you want. You want incredible control of the arm so he can't stab you, right? Incorrect. You want control of the knife. You want control of the knife. And how do we get control of the knife? There are two elements. One, you must control the arm. And two, you have to make sure it's very difficult for the attacker to switch hands. From here, what's going to happen is he's going to switch hands, and now you are in a world of hurt. Okay, so you have to have a method where you control the arm and account for the hand switch, because in real life it really happens for real. Maybe we can
not only Game of Thrones with a big hand switch, but you were saying we're going to splice some video in here of this happening to unfortunate people in real life.
Correct. Okay, so what happens a lot now is you see that get in here, switch to this position, and then say, okay, we're going to back sweep, we're going to do this and that, not to mention getting punched with the other hand. You know, I learned this position from Randy Couture years ago, and I asked him one day when we were training, I said, how about you don't use this in MMA? He goes, no, I'm going to get punched in the face. It's like, you don't even use it in MMA. Why would you use it against a knife? Okay, especially with the hand switch. So just something to think about here. If we switch sides for a moment, this 2-on-1 baseball bat grip, it's not as secure as the outside 2-on-1, right? But if you come in here and get close and I get this over the shoulder, Stefan can tell you when I pull on his arm and I clip it with my head and I've turned here, it's hard for him to extract his arm, and it's difficult for him to switch hands, and then that gives me the time to do the disarm right there. So in a nutshell, wherever you went, because you need to know this position because you might end up there, but you try to switch back to the baseball bat grip. If I end up inside 2-on-1, switch to the baseball bat grip. If I end up with an overhook here, switch to the baseball bat grip, because this is good, but I don't have a disarm, and he can reach behind my back, and he can switch the hands again. So let me impress upon you to control the arm, yes, but we're after controlling the knife. And to do that, we want to make sure that we are factoring in that other hand, because they will switch hands.
And how do you, if you were in this 2-on-1 baseball control, which was a big part of your knife defense curriculum, how do you factor in for the guy hitting you in the back of the head?
Great question. So when I'm here, I just have to figure, well, you know what, he might hit me in the back of the head. But I'm so close.
Better than getting stabbed.
Exactly. This is just, you know, you have to make that sacrifice. I'm so close, he's probably not going to knock me out. Not to mention, you know what most people do when you grab them, at least in a lot of training in the actual real life videos, what you see is they're afraid the other person's going to take the knife away and they fight for the knife. Generally not too much hitting, but in case they did, we're going to go here. But the other thing you have to think about here is anytime I'm doing this, we start about right here, as I'm doing this, and this forward pressure that I'm working here, and sometimes we'll go all the way to the ground as well on the knees to do it. But that's just, you know, it's like somebody mounts you, probably going to get punched a couple times. So you're doing your game, that's just the way it is.
My final question here is, this is a position that you isolate and spar. So if we, in your curriculum,
yes,
we would start here, give the 2-on-1 grip, and then go from there?
So
that'd be one modality.
The first modality is starting from here and saying, hey, just extract your arm, right? And we just stay in there, we work to stay with it, like that. Okay, that's number one. Number two is we come in here and we go, okay, now switch hands, right? And we just try to work, see, so we can't switch it from the inside, go to the out, and we work just like that. Then we work on doing the disarm. But what we do most after people have this is we work the entry. And the entry is the most important. Here is the number one thing to do on that. When he feeds me, see this? He's helping me by holding the arm out. I don't want my partner to help me. So what he's going to do to help me, actually, I don't want him to make it easy on me. What he's going to do is he's going to several times, 10 times if he can, just like that, right. So when he does that, see, I go in. I have to have the courage to step in, to get in deep, because on that retraction, when it gets back here, it's not moving for a split second. Zero velocity. That's when you're going to try to get a hold of that knife arm. And the way we do it, we block with the top arm, forearm, this is the shield, other hand's the grab, we're blocking and grabbing. But if you stay here, he's going to rip it out and go again, and then he's finally going to go up high because he feels it's blocked there. Just like that. So you want to go in right away and get in on it. Okay, and then the other problem is this. And then when that happens, you have to go to a different mode. It's a different type of grab. But just like BJJ, thousands of hours of sparring it, guess what? You find out all the problems and you end up eventually getting solutions.
So if people want more of your knife defense stuff,
Yeah.
Burton, where do they go?
I do have a knife defense for the street program, and if you're into it, I mean, it's very complete. It'll go through the whole thing. So you go to jkdunlimited.com, you can get it there. See me on seminars, but I must say I'm very happy with it because I just did such a thorough job.